Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Sorry I'm in like a huge shirt. I was staying over at my girlfriend's place, thought I had grabbed one of my normal work shirts and ended up grabbing one of my old work shirts, so I'm like swimming in this thing. But anyway, happy 4th of July. Sorry about that, that was the keys. Anyway, I know I said the 4th of July is kind of like an unofficial year mark since I started dieting. And I went ahead and treated myself. I did it for me, but I also did it for another reason. Those on Facebook know. Aaron Marino, aka Alpha M YouTube channel, has been like a humongous motivator over this last year. He's kind of part of what got me started, you know, to get motivated. And so I decided I was gonna, as a way of saying thank you to him, I was gonna go ahead and buy a pair of his sunglasses. He owns the brand Enemy. He created it, and he's got 4 pairs of sunglasses. I only put up 3 on Facebook to show my friends which ones I was considering, and I had them kind of, they were doing kind of a vote. I also had a separate vote going on the Alpha M Facebook page. And it seemed that the Enemy 2 style sunglasses, which are the Club Masters, seem slightly in the lead, but only but slightly. And really, I mean, it really does come down to what I want. And the thing of it is, I generally gravitate toward a pair of aviators, which are the Enemy 3s. But when I look at the Enemies, you know, because all aviator type glasses have like the wired frames, they're like a wire shape, like on the side of the ears and whatnot. And so, like, I know this is a small thing, but there wasn't really any details to even say these are Enemies. Whereas on the Enemy 1s and Enemy 2s, it said Enemy on the side, and I mean there was just a couple of distinguishing marks that said these are Enemy shades. And so I was kind of already slightly gravitating toward the 2s. The Enemy 1s, the Wayfarer style, I don't know why, when I put on a pair of Wayfarers, I feel like I am trying to be like a Men in Black, you know? Like, they're so stereotypical, like, black shades. And it's never really been my style. So I ended up getting the Enemy 2s, and I was really kind of surprised because I didn't know when I went to go buy them that they were going to be a 25% off sale for the 4th of July. So I got them at like 71 bucks instead of 95. So that was kind of cool. But speaking of the 4th of July though, because I went over to Mike and Jen's for their little get together. There's a whole bunch of people there. And I kind of want to bring something up, you know, like me and my friend love to poke fun at each other, right? And he was trying to playfully, I mean, he wasn't being mean, but he was playfully throwing shade at me for being stylish, you know, like being, I mean, one of the things he kept was bringing up was that I'm color coordinated, and like when he started, he did this in 2 parts. Like he was talking between me and another guy of his, and he was like, for instance, like, what's that shirt you're wearing? I said it's a Henley shirt, right? He thought Henley meant like a name brand. He's like, how much did you spend on your Henley shirt? And I'm like, 10, 12 bucks, you know? I'm not gonna spend a lot on a shirt, at least not yet, when I'm gonna be downsizing my clothes in a few months anyway. You know, I'll probably downsize again when it starts getting kind of cold out. But he was not expecting that. He thought my shirt was like a $40 shirt or something, or more. He thought that it was a name brand. I had explained to him that Henley meant like a style of a shirt, like a polo. This is considered a polo shirt, right? And so he got totally like, I think he embarrassed himself in front of his other guy friend, and I thought that was funny. But then, like, not more than, I don't know, 5-10 minutes later, he was talking with a girl, and I was walking into the conversation, and he starts bringing it up again, and that's when he started talking about, you know, the fact that I was color coordinated, right? And I'm like, so it's bad to be color coordinated? He's like, I just put on a pair of shorts and a t-shirt, you know, like, and I get that. I used to be that guy, all right, you know, that didn't really put a whole lot of thought into what he wore each day. I get that, but to try to playfully pick on me for being color coordinated, it's kind of funny. And so the thing of it was, like, he was pointing out my boots because I was wearing a brand new pair of black Chelsea boots. And the girl, this not random, but this girl, this friend of his, was actually taking my side on it. So again, he was like, kind of getting a little embarrassed because, like, you know, they were saying, yeah, he looks good, like, and I just thought that was funny that, like, he was like, twice he tried to, you know, pick on me, and twice he got kind of embarrassed. So he did also say, and this is the weird one, he said that, because I saw him like the week before, and he said that my white sneakers look like my Chelsea boots. I'm like, sneakers and Chelsea boots look the same? They're totally different kinds of shoes. So that was, I mean, people around were kind of like, you know. So I think he just was trying to get a win, and he wasn't getting a win on that. So, I mean, I love him. He's a good best friend. But and I poke fun at him too, which is why I don't get upset when he tries doing this stuff. But it's just funny that, like, he was getting kind of owned the whole freaking time he was trying. It was a fun evening though. I took my girlfriend out to go hang out with my friends, and we watched fireworks for a couple of hours. I will say that because it was the 1 year mark ish, I know it's slightly after the 4th was when I technically started going on my diet, but I count it as the official start, or unofficial start, whatever. That because it was kind of the 1 year mark, I went ahead, I ate whatever I wanted to that day. I had some of Mike's cookies, my best friend's cookies. I had some of my girlfriend's, like, strawberry cream cheesecake crumble thing that she had. I had actually quite a bit of that. It was really good. And, like, before we even got there, we had Wendy's. For our first meal of the day, we had Wendy's. So I actually ate quite a bit, which is sad because I had weighed myself like the day before, and I had lost 3 pounds this last week. I'm pretty sure it was because of the heat wave, they called it. It's like 3 or 4 days of a heat wave, and I was going up and down the stairs all day on 12-hour shifts. So I'm pretty sure that's what was causing the added weight loss. But yeah, I lost 3 pounds this week, and I probably gained like 2 of it back because of that. So I mean, but at some point this week I did weigh myself in, and I was at 283. So that's going to be the official number for this week. Don't be surprised though if next week, like, I didn't gain or lose or whatever, you know, like, don't be surprised whatever next week's number is, because anyway, it was a fun night. I enjoyed myself. There was a little bit of craziness in there. The year before, I went over to Mike's as well for the 4th, and their neighbors across the street caused a fire. They got their tree went on fire because they kept shooting off fireworks that were supposed to be meant to go up in the ground. They weren't shooting them through the thing that shoots them up. So they were, like, literally, like, flying across the floor, across the road, right? And that caused a fire. One of the trees had to be, like, went straight and up like a Roman candle, and, you know, it's since been removed and whatnot. But it happened twice again this year, and it appeared that it was the same guy. We later found out that it was actually a different neighbor that caused the first one, and the second one was by mistake. But we were getting mad because we thought it was a direct repeat of the year before, and I was, like, standing up ready to back my friend up because he was getting mad and he was, like, yelling at him. You know, and I don't like to start fights, but, like, I was annoyed because I remember being there last year and having to help put out the fire and whatnot, you know. So but it was a fun night. You know, there was a couple of instances where I actually felt like I was getting hit on, you know, and my girlfriend wasn't, like, directly next to me. You know, like, I felt like I was not hit on, but flirted with quite clearly, you know. And I mean, not that that really matters, you know, like, not to disrespect my girlfriend or anything, but, like, just makes me feel good when I know that, you know, I'm attractive to people, you know. Not attractive. I want to make sure that's clear, because I know I kind of mumbled that out, but I like to be flirted on. So Anyway, I think that's all I really need to tell you. Can't wait to get my glasses. I've never worn a pair of Clubmasters before. They look really attractive for the kind of shape, for being sunglasses, And they're compared to Ray-Bans, these glasses. They're made by a lot of the same materials. Mozzarella acetate and Zeiss lenses and whatnot. And, I've watched several reviews on them, and they're all saying that they are like premium quality glasses. So I'm getting some good glasses for like 70 some odd bucks. But that's my little, I don't know, trophy for dieting for a year. I want to be able to enjoy them during the summer. So anyway, I guess I'll talk to you next week, guys. Stay motivated.